Psychology, Rainbow MSMED Act 2006, Trust, RWDC Cooperative, Sociology, RANJIT Society, Triple C Union, Political Science, DRA Alliance, ACDP Political Party. One person who is supreme decision maker takes responsibility and keep authority on organization. He arranges all required personnels and resources for the organization on a hire and fire basis. Focusing on the theoretical knowledge help you to become teacher. By implementation of theoretical knowledge, you can become entrepreneur. To become leader, focus on implementation of theoretical knowledge. Only partial knowledge of theory is applicable in its implementation. Completion of any task required complete knowledge of that task. Applicability of theoretical knowledge on priority basis only can be learned through experience of completion of task. Start making of offered services. RWDC Cooperative, name RWDC, office Siraspur, bank account Rainbow, infrastructure, part-time paid employee, professional, director, member. 4. 1. Marketing, digital and physical. 2. PHP developer. 3. Graphic designer. 4. Manager admin. 5. Manager finance. 6. SEO digital promotion. 7. WordPress developer, etc. Psychology, Rainbow MSMED Act 2006, Trust, RWDC Cooperative, Sociology, RNJIT Society, Triple C Union, Political Science, DRA Alliance, ACDP Political Party. Vakilsearch.com. Start your business. Tax and compliance, trademark and IP, NGO and personal fundraising videos. Start your business. Business type private limited, LLP, OPC, Nidhi company, producer company, partnership firm, sole proprietorship. Licenses: FSSAI, PSARA, Importer Exporter Code, MSME, ISO, OSP. Tax and compliances, corporate compliances, annual filing, add a director, remove director, change address, change objectives, company name change, close company, accounting and tax, accounting, company IT filing, TDS filing, tax advisory, personal IT filing, GST registration, GST filing, labor compliance, provident fund, ESI, professional tax, shop and establishment, labor welfare fund, labor policies. Trademark and IP. Trademark registration, trademark objection, trademark renewal, track your trademark, seal your trademark, SHIELD, seal your trademark, copyright. copyright registration, seal your trademark, patent, patent search, permanent patent, provisional application, seal your patent. International trademark, USTM, UKTM, Middle East TM, EOTM. TM means trademark, USA trademark, UK trademark, Middle East trademark, EU trademark. NGO and personal. NGO section 8, trust society. Personal, name change, marriage registration, mutual divorce, religion change, make a will, probate, caste certificate, caveat petition, conjugal rights, consumer complaints, conjugal rights, consumer complaints. Maintenance, section 8, compliance, trust society management, income tax filing, tax exemption, ATG 12A, FCRA, property verification, property registration, succession certificate, legal hire certificate, gift deed, sale deed, residential rental agreement, relinquishment deed, fundraising, investment, readiness, evaluation, pitch desk, financial model, investor connect, hiring documents, website policy, collaboration, service vendor, investment, readiness, evaluation, pitch desk, financial model, investor model, hiring documents, website policy, collaboration, service vendor, legal, share subscription agreement, shareholders agreement, terms, share review, convert debenture agreement, convert debenture agreement, legal news, latest news, videos. Type of NGO registration and its benefits. Type of NGO registration and the benefits. NGO. In an effort to save country-old trees that have been dying in Maharashtra, the State Forest Department has recently announced that they will prepare a database of heritage trees. The government will rope in citizens and NGOs to help with the project. In July 2020, Sahyadari Devari, an environmental NGO in Maharashtra, approached the state government with the idea of protecting heritage trees. If you are looking forward to start NGO in India, then the first thing that you would be required in NGO registration, beside you would also require information about the different NGOs in India. In this blog you will explore different types of NGO and what are their advantages, what are different laws that govern NGO registration in India. The following laws govern the NGO registration: Society Registration Act 1860, Indian Trust Act 1882, Section 8 company registration. Type of NGO registration: there are three ways through which you can register NGOs in India: society registration, trust registration, Section 8 company registration. Purpose of registration NGOs in India: if you desire to serve society and help the people, then the best way of achieving this goal is by going for NGO registration. Various reasons for registration a society in India are: these are self-governing bodies which aim towards the betterment of society by helping the poor and the needy. The ultimate goal of NGO is to help the underprivileged people and provide them with an opportunity for growth. Once you have defined the agenda of NGO, you can go ahead with NGO registration. There are several benefits the NGOs enjoy and will discussed ahead. Make your NGO more legal now. Non-government organization registration, trust registration. The registration of trust can be done via the Society Registration Act 1882. These are public charitable trusts and are usually formed when the land of property is involved. Indeed, usually the usage of trust is for relief of poverty, education, medical aid, etc. Advantages of trust registration: trust get land from the government. Trust registration under the Trust Act uses government registration name. Tax benefits: ATG certificate benefits. While money of contract constriction of building constriction white money of construction of building benefit on service tax or income tax. ATG tax exemption eligibility for an NGO: separation of business and charity, registered interest for business and donation transaction. If not adhered, ATG certificate request will be rejected. Tax: proper accounting books and all transactions should be kept as proof before applying for ATG. No misuse: the donation should not be misused on any account or used for any other purpose even within the organization. A strict accounting is essential to show as proof. No religious activity: any NGO trust which is operated as a part of an activity which involves religious preaching or for a particular caste or creed is not eligible for tax exemption under ATG. Society registration: another way in which you can register NGO is in the form of society. To form a society, the individual comes together for promoting scientific purpose, charitable purpose and various other objectives as mentioned in section 30 of the Society Registration Act 1860. Benefits under society registration A registered society gets a separate legal identity. Each member of the society is responsible for the actions and not the other members. Li- Limited liability. Since society NGO is separate legal identity, the liability of members is limited to their share only. Benefits of income tax: legal protection, nobody can use your name, and in case there is an issue or as such, they will be large for the penalty. Section 8, company registration. The third way to register an NGO is by Section 8 of the Indian Companies Act 2013. These companies are established to protect the charity, religion, trade, etc. But the earnings of the company are not used by the shareholders. Rather, it is used by company for promotion work. You can register the company as a public limited company, requires their directions, and private limited company, 2 directors. Benefit of Section 8 company registration: there is no minimum capital required for registration NGO as per Section 8 company. Similar to the trust, a Section 8 company also gets the special recognition of separate legal entity. One of the benefit that every NGO reaps is the benefit of tax. Apart from the stakeholders, the contributors to the NGO can also get tax exemption for the donation made to the NGO. NGOs are exempted from stamp duty, which is otherwise applicable for the registration process. There is no title requirement. Moreover, Section 8 companies are not required to use suffix to its name, which the public limited or private limited company has to use. There is better credibility when compared with any other NGO structure. Or Section 8 company is more credible. The central government does not govern Section 8 company, and hence the MOA and AOA remain sacrosanct, thus making it legal structure more trustworthy as compared to society, NGO or trust. Easy transfer of ownership is something that Section 8 company enjoys. As per Section 8 of the Income Tax Act of 1961, people can transfer the ownership of both movable and immovable asset without any restriction. Now, registration and NGO in India. Registration and NGO in India is quick, easy, and can be done only with Vakil search in 3 steps. 1. Register entry selection. We address all your queries pertaining to entry selection and guide you choose the most appropriate one. 2. Online paperwork. We help you get the entire process of filing and registration completed. 3. Registration. We will register the NGO and handle all the formalities. Trust Act, Society Registration Act, or the Companies Act, depending on the entity chosen. Wrapping it up. Framing an NGO in India is simplified process. Only if you have complete documents and other papers ready as per the protocol. However, the information mentioned above gives the details of different types of NGO registration in India and what are the different benefits of registration for the same. Therefore, the paperwork requirement may vary based on different types of NGO that you want to register. Click here, private limited company registration. To know more about NGO registration, click here. You should also read how to register NGO in India. Why should you go for registering an NGO? How to register NGO in India? Features, types and registration forms. How to registration NGO in India? NGO. Way to registration in India. Key of NGO, type of NGO, trust. How to register NGOs in India, features, type, registration form. How to register NGO in India, NGO Vakil. On 9th September, the Ministry of Water Resources took to Twitter to applaud the efforts of NGO named Pani Foundation. This NGO started by Amir Khan and Kiran Rao has been transforming regions of Maharashtra from drought to prosperity. It doing a commendable job to make Maharashtra drought free. Start an NGO, noble cause, but if you wish to start NGO, then you need to follow certain protocols and parameters set by government. In this article, we will be highlighting how you can register an NGO in India, way of registration an NGO in India. If you are planning to start NGO in India, then there are three ways via which you can register the NGO: trust organization, society registration, section 8 company. Key features of NGO in India: NGO exists independent of the state. NGOs are self-governed by managing body or committee of trustees. It produces money for the benefit of others and not for the members. NGOs are non-profit making organization. Type of NGOs: trust. A trust is registered when a property in the form of land or building is involved. Different states in India have different trust acts which govern the trust. In case state does not have the trust act, then the Indian Trust Act 1882 is applicable. The register a trust in India, you would be required to submit the following papers: valid address proof like electricity bill, water bill, etc. ID proof like Aadhaar card, driving license, passport, voter ID. Once you have the documents submitted, the form along with the payment for registration process, it takes around 8 to 10 working days for online process as per the Indian Trust Act 1882. Make your NGO more legal now. Society, as per section 20 of the Society Registration Act of 1860, one can register the following society: charitable society, societies for promoting science, culture, fine, etc., arts, etc., society for diffusion of political education, military orphan fund, society for maintenance of libraries, and ATG tax exemptions, eligibility for an NGO, separation of business and charity, segregated entities for business and donation transactions. If not adhere, ATG certificates request will be rejected. Tax proper accounting books and all transactions should be kept as proof before applying for ATG. No misuse. The donation should not be misused on any account or used of any other purpose. Even within the organization, a strict accounting is essential to show as proof. No religious activity. Any NGO trust which is operated as a part of an activity which involve religious preaching or for particular caste or creeds is not eligible for tax exemption under ATG. To form a society, you would need at least 7 members. There are no limit to the number of members, but the bare minimum numbers is 7. Following documents are required for the registration of society: name of society, address proof, identity proof, copies of MOA and bylaws of the society. For registration of a society, you need to submit papers along with payment. Once the paperwork is done, it takes 8-10 days for drafting memorandum of association and bylaws of society. After this, it takes 21 to 30 days for the completion of registration process. Section 8 company. You can register a non-profit organization as a Section 8 company. The objective is to promote commerce, trade, charity, education, religion, social welfare, sports and research. In case the company gains the profit, it is again put to use for the promotion of the work for which the company has been established. To form an NGO Section 8 company, it must have list 2 directors for private limited company and 3 directors public limited company. Following documents are required for a Section 8 company registration: the name of the company for approval, address proof of the office, that can be electricity or water bill or house tax receipt, identity proof of all directors, that can be driving license, copy of passport, voter ID, Aadhaar card, the memorandum of association and articles of association of company. What are prerequisites for registration of NGO as Section 8 company? Digital signature of DSC of the proposed directors, get an dean or director identification number for the proposed directors. NGO registration form. Name of the form, purpose. INC 1 approval of name, INC 8 declaration, INC 9 affidavit for each of the directors, INC 12 application for license, INC 13 MOA, INC 14 declaration from CS, INC 15 declaration from every person who is applying, INC 16 license to incorporate Section 8, INC 22 situation of registered office. DIR 2, consent of proposed directors. DIR 3, application to get DIN. And DIR 13, appointment of directors. Procedure for incorporation of Section 8 company. The first step is to get the DSC. Apply for DIN. You would be required to submit the following application for DIN. 1. ID proof. 2. Address proof. After approval for DIR 3, ROC will assign DIN. Thereafter, you will be required to fill form INC 1 with the ROC. Here you would be required to apply for the company name. You can propose a total of 6 names. Once you get the approval of the name, you need to file INC 12 and apply for the license of Section 8 company. With INC 12, you need to attach MOA and AOA or declaration as per the form INC 14 and INC 15, estimated income and expenditure for the next 3 years. After the approval of the form, a license under Section 8 is issued in form INC 16. Thereafter, you will be required to file SPICE 32 with ROC along with the following documents. 1. Affidavit from all directors. 2. Declaration of deposits. 3. KYC of the directors. 4. Forms DI2 along with PAN card and address proof of all directors. 5. Address proof of the office. 6. NOC if the premises are leased. 7. Draft MOA and AOA. After securitizing all the forms, ROC will approve the request and issue the CIN or company identification number. How to register an NGO in India? Registering an NGO in India is quick, easy and can be done only with Vakil search in 3 steps. 1. Right entity selection. We address all your queries about entity selection and guide you. Choose the most appropriate one. 2. Online paperwork. We help you to get entity process, filing and registration completed. 3. Registration. We will register NGO and handle all the formalities. Trust Act, Society Registration Act or Companies Act depending on the entity chosen. Click here. Company registration online. To know more NGO registration, click here. You should also read why should you go for registration and NGO. Type of NGO registration. Why should you go for registration and NGO? Why should go for registration and NGO? Forming NGO, government organization. How to form an NGO? Prepare documents. The step is preparing documents that would be required at the time of NGO registration. 1. Name of the organization. 2. Address. 3. Objectives and mission of the NGO. 4. Details of members of the committee. 5. Information about human resources and staff. What are the different laws governing the NGO registration? If you are if you are planning to register an NGO, then you must know about the different acts applicable to the same. However, it is important for you to know that there is no uniform law governing the NGOs. But if you registered the NGO number under Section 80 company, it is governed by the Companies Act 2013. If you establish trust, then it's managed as per the Public Trust Act, and society is governed by the Society Registration Act, which is subject to state amendment. How to register NGO in India? We have already discussed what the prerequisites are to form an NGO. Here is the illustration of the same. Company, if the NGO is registered under Section 8 of the Company Act 2013, its objective is to promote science, art, education, sports and social welfare. A registered NGO under Section 8 company cannot put limited at the end, and the profit earned is put back to promote the objective of the NGOs. To society, an NGO can be registered as society as per Section Society Registration Act 1860. The process of registration is a bit tedious, but it's more effective in the long run. Section 20 of Act illustrate the society include military orphan fund, public museum maintaining art galleries, but there must be well defined powers and regulation. See, trust. Another way of registration an NGO is in the form of trust. Trust is a separate legal entity, while like Section 8 companies and society, trust is separate legal entity. After completion of documentation process, it takes around 2 days to 1 week from form the trust. भारत सरकार, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, सूक्ष्म लघु और मध्यम उद्यम मंत्रालय, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ माइक्रो स्मॉल एंड मीडियम एंटरप्राइजेस, GOE, सूक्ष्म लघु और मध्यम उद्यम मंत्रालय, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ माइक्रो स्मॉल एंड मीडियम एंटरप्राइजेस. Earlier, this was Udhog Aadhaar certificate were being issued on the website udhogaadhar.gov.in, but now it has been changed to Udyam registration. Udhog Aadhaar change to Udyam registration. Udyam registration. So this is the Udyam registration website. This is Udyam registration. This is From here you can registered Udyam registration. Udyam registration form, applicant name, mobile number, email address, office address, state, district, pin code, annual turnover, social category, आधार नंबर, previous UMA number, write NA if not applicable, PAN card number, write NA if not applicable, bank account number, IFSC code, business name, date of document of business, type of organization, proprietorship, partnership firm, private limited, public limited, one person company, limited liability, partnership, Hindu, undivided family, self help group, society, trust, proprietorship, partnership firm, private limited, public limited, one person company, limited liability, partnership, Hindu, undivided family, self help group, society, trust, main business activity of enterprise, main business activity of enterprise, manufacturer, service provider, manufacturer, service provider, additional details about business, and number of persons employed, व्यक्ति नियोजित, मेल फीमेल, अदर, टोटल, इन्वेस्टमेंट इन प्लांट एंड अचीव machinery, amount in LSC, investment in plant and machinery, amount in LSCs, upload your Aadhaar card, front side, choose I agree to the terms and services, I the applicant owner of Aadhaar number used in application agree to share details, passcodes etc. as and when required for the purpose of Udyam certificate generation. Submit application. Read the instruction to full Udyam registration form. Applicant name. Applicant are required to enter his her name as mentioned on Aadhaar card issued by UIDAI. Mobile number. Applicant are required to enter his her Indian mobile number. Do not add +91. Email ID. Applicant are required to enter his her ID as certificate and acknowledgement will be sent to registered ID. Plant address. Applicants are required to enter his her complete plant address with state and pin code. Office address. Applicants can enter his her complete office address with state and pin code. Annual turnover. Applicant can enter his her annual turnover. society registration, applicant can select social category. Aadhaar number, applicant can enter his her 12 digits Aadhaar number. PAN card number, applicant have to enter his her PAN card number. Bank account number, applicant can enter his her bank account number. IFSC code, applicant can enter his her bank IFSC code. Date of commencement of business, applicant have to select the date of business started as it will get printed on certificate. Type of organization, applicant have to select the type of organization as it will get printed in certificate. Main business activity of enterprise, applicant can select the main business activity. Additional detail about business, applicant can enter additional details about business, for example manufacturing of goods, products, computer programming. Number of employees, applicant can enter number of workers in his her firm. Investment in plants and machinery equipment, applicant can enter the total investment mode in plant, machinery and equipment etc. to start his her business. Submit application, applicant have to click on submit application button after all details and documents have uploaded. Category political party alliance in India from Wikipedia free encyclopedia. Subcategory, this category has following 4 subcategories out of 4 total. Coalition governments of India, defunct political party alliance in India, National Democratic Alliance, United Progressive Alliance. Pages in category political party alliance in India. The following 17 pages are in the category out of 17 total. This list may not reflect recent changes. Learn more. भागीदारी संकल्प मोर्चा, डेमोक्रेटिक अलायंस ऑफ नागालैंड, फेडरल फ्रंट, जनता परिवार, लेफ्ट डेमोक्रेटिक फ्रंट केरला, लेफ्ट डेमोक्रेटिक फ्रंट महाराष्ट्र, लेफ्ट डेमोक्रेटिक मंच आसाम, लेफ्ट फ्रंट त्रिपुरा, लेफ्ट फ्रंट वेस्ट बंगाल. List of United Progressive Alliance members: महागठबंधन झारखंड, नॉर्थ ईस्ट डेमोक्रेटिक अलायंस, पंजाब डेमोक्रेटिक अलायंस, सेक्युलर प्रोग्रेसिव अलायंस, थर्ड फ्रंट इंडिया, यूनाइटेड डेमोक्रेटिक फ्रंट केरला, यूनाइटेड डेमोक्रेटिक फ्रंट मिजोरम. Categories: political party alliance by country, political party alliance in Asia, political parties in India. The Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Act 2006, arrangement of sections, chapter 1 preliminary, section 1 so title and commencement, 2 definition, chapter 2 National Board for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, 3 establishment of board, 4 removal of member from board, 5 functions of board, 6 powers and functions of member secretary of board, chapter 3 classification of enterprises advisory committee and memorandum of micro, small and medium enterprises, 7 classification of enterprises, 8 memorandum of micro, small and medium enterprises, chapter 4 measures for promotion, development and enhancement of competitiveness of micro, small and medium enterprises, competitiveness of micro, small and medium enterprises, 9 measure for promotion and development, 10 credit facilities, 11 procurement performance policy, 13 funds, 14 grants by central government, 14 administration and illustration of fund or for funds, chapter 5 delayed payments to micro and small enterprises, 15 liability of buyers to make payment, 16 date from which the rate at which interest is payable, 17 recovery of amount due, 18 reference to micro and small enterprises facilitation council, 19 application for setting aside decrease award or order, 20 establishment of micro and small enterprises facilitation council, 21 composition of micro and small enterprises facilitation council, 22 requirement to specify unpaid amount with interest in the annual statement of accounts, 23 interest not to be allowed as deduction from income, 24 overriding effect, 25 scheme for closure of business of micro, small and medium enterprises, chapter 6 miscellaneous, 36 appointment of officers and other employees, 37 penalty for contravention of section 8 and section 22 of section 26, 28 jurisdiction of courts, 29 power to make rules, 30 power to make rules by state government, 31 power to remove difficulties, 32 repeal of act 32 of 1993. The Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Act 2006, the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Act 2006, Ministry of Small Scale Industries notification, New Delhi, the 26 September 2006, 1 so title and commencement, the rules may be called the National Board for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Rule 2006. 2 they shall come into force in second day of October 2006. 2 definitions, three terms of office of members, 4 registration, 5 change of address, 6 manner of filing vacancies among members, 7 procedure to be followed in discharge of their function by the members of the board, 8 power and functions of member secretary of the board, the Indian Trust Act 1882, arrangement of sections, preamble, chapter 1, preliminary, section 1, so title commencement, local extent, saving, 2 repeal of enactments, 3 interpretation, clause, expression defined in Act 9 of 1872. Chapter 2 of the creation of trust, 4 lawful purpose, 5 trust of immovable property, trust of movable property, 6 creation of trust, 7 who may create trust, 8 subject of trust, 9 who may beneficiary, disclaimer by beneficiaries, who may be beneficiary, disclaimer by beneficiary, 9 who may be beneficiary, disclaimer by beneficiary, 10 who may be trustee, and number of bound to be accept trust, acceptance of trust, disclaimer of trust. Chapter 3 of the duties and liabilities of trustees, 11 trustees to execute trust, 2 trustee to inform himself of state of trust property, 13 trustee to protect title of trust property, 14 trustee not to set up title adverse to beneficiary, 15 care required from trustee, 16 conversion of priceable property, 17 trustee to be impartial, 18 trustee to prevent waste, 19 accounts and information, 20 investment of trust money. A power to purchase redeemable stock at a premium, 21 mortgage of land pledged to government under Act 26 of 1871, deposit in government saving bank, 22 sole of trustee directed to sell within specified time, 23 liability for breach of trust, 24 no set of allowed to trustee, 25 non liability for predecessors default, 26 non liability for co-trustees default joining in receipt for conformity, 27 civil liability of co-trustees contribution as between co-trustees, 28 non liability of trustee paying without notice of transfer by beneficiaries, 29 liability of trustee where beneficiary interest is forfeited to the government. 30. Indemnity of trustee, chapter 6 of the rights and powers of trustees. 31. Right of title deed. 32. Right of reimbursement of expenses. Right to be recouped for erroneous overpayment. 33. Right to indemnity from gainer by breach of trust. 34. Right to apply to court for opinion in management of trust property. 35. Right to settlement of accounts. 36. General authority of trustees. 37. Power to sell in lots and either by public auction or private contract. 38. Power to sell under special conditions. Power to buy in and resell. Time allowed for selling trust property. 39. Power to convey. 40. Power to verify investment. 41. Power to apply property of minors etc. for their maintenance etc. 42. Power to give receipts. 43. Power to compound etc. 44. Power to several trustees of whom one disclaims or dies. 45. Suspension of trustees powers by decrees. Chapter 5 of the disabilities of trustees. 46. Trustee cannot renounce after acceptance. 47. Trustees cannot delegate sections. 48. Co-trustees cannot act singly. 49. Control of discretionary powers. 50. Trustee may not change for services. 51. Trustee may not use trustee property for his own profit. 52. Trustee for sale or his agent may not buy. 53. Trustee may not buy beneficiaries' interest without permission. Trustee for purchase. 54. Co-trustee may not lend to one of themselves. Chapter 6 of the rights and liabilities of the beneficiary. 55. Right to rent and profits. 56. Right to specific execution. Right to transfer of position. 57. Right to inspect and take copies of investment of trust accounts etc. 58. Right to transfer beneficial interest. 59. Right to sue for execution of trust. 60. Right to proper trustees. 61. Right to compel to any act by duty. 62. Wrongful purchase by trustee. 63. Following trust property into the hands of third person into that into which it has been converted. 64. Saving of rights of certain transferees. 65. Acquisition by trustee of trust property wrongfully converted. 66. Right in case of blended property. 67. Wrongful employment by partner trustee of trust property for partnership purpose. 68. Liability of beneficiary joining in breach of trust. 69. Right of liabilities of beneficiaries trustee. Chapter 7 of vacating the office of trustee. 70. Office now vacated. 71. Discharge of trustee. 72. Petition to be discharged from trust. 73. Appointment of new trustees on death etc. 74. Appointment of court rules and selecting new trustees. 75. Vesting a trust property in new trustees, power of new trustees. 76 survival of trustee, chapter 8 of the extinction of trust. 77 trust how extinguished. 78 revocation of trust. 79 revocation not to defeat what trustee have only done. Chapter 9 of certain obligation in the nature of trust. 80 where obligation in name of trust is created. 81 repealed. 82 repealed. 83 trust incapable of execution or executed without exhausting trust property. 84 transfer for illegal purpose. 85 bequeathed for illegal purpose. Bequeathed for which revocation is prevented by coercion. 86 transfer pursuant and rescindable contract. 87 debtor becoming creditors representative. 88 advantage gained by fiduciary. 89 advantage gained by exercise of feudal influence. 90 advantage gained by qualified owner. In 91 property acquired with notice of existing contract. 92 purchase by person contracting to buy property to be held on trust. 93 advantage secretly gained by one of the civil compounding creditors. 94 repeals. 95 obligators, duties, liabilities and disabilities. 96 saving of right of bona fide purchase, the scheduled. The Indian Trust Act 1882. The Trade Unions Act 1926 modified as on 20th November 2018 agreement of sections chapter 1 preliminary sections 1 so title extent and commencement to definition. Chapter 2 registration of trade unions. 3 appointment of registrars. 4 mode of registration. 5 application for registration. 6 provisions to be contained in the rules of trade union. 7 power to call for further particulars and to require alteration of name. 8 registration. 9 certificate of registration. 10 cancellation of registration. 11 appeal. 12 registered office. 13 incorporation of registered trade union. 14 certain acts not to apply to registered trade unions. Chapter 3 rights and liabilities of registered trade unions. 15 objects on which general funds may be spent. 16 constitution of separate fund for political purpose. Constitution of separate fund for political purposes. 17 criminal conspiracy in trade disputes. 18 immunity from civil suits in certain cases. 19 enforceability of agreements. 20 right to inspect books of trade union. 21 right of minors to membership of trade unions. 21A, disqualification of office bearers of trade unions. 22, proportion of office bearers to be connected with the industry. 23, change of name. 24, amalgamation of trade unions. 25, notice of change of name of amalgamation. 26, effects of change of name and amalgamation. 27, dissolution. 28, returns. Chapter 4, regulations. 29, power to make regulations. 30, publications of regulations. Chapter 5, penalties and procedures. 31, failure to submit returns. 32, supplying false information regarding trade unions. 33, cognizance of offences. The Trade Unions Act 1926. The Societies Registration Act of 1860, Agreement of Societies. Preamble section. 1. Societies formed by Memorandum of Association and Registration. 2. Memorandum of Association. 3. Registration and fees. 4. Annual list of managing body to be filled. 5. Property of society, how vested. 6. Suits by and against societies. 7. Suits not to abate. 8. Enforcement of judgment against society. 9. Recovery of penalty occurring under bylaws. 10. Members liable to be used as strangers. Recovery by successful defenders of costs adjudged. 11. Members guilty for offences punishable as strangers. 12. Society unable to alter, extend or abridge their purposes. 13. Provisions for dissolution of society and adjustment of their affairs. 19. Upon dissolution of members to receive profit, clause not to apply to joint stock companies. 15. Member define disqualifications, disqualified members. 16. Governing body defined. 17. Registration of societies formed before Act. 18. Such society to fill memorandum etc. with registrar of joint stock companies. 19. Inspection of documents, certified copies. 22. What Society Act applies. The Society Registration Act 1860. Preamble. Where it is expedient that provisions should be made for improving the legal condition of societies established for the promotion of literature, science or the fine arts or for the diffusion of useful knowledge, the diffusion of political education or for charitable purpose, it is enacted as follows. Contents. particular section. Introduction. Preamble. 1. Societies formed by Memorandum of Association and Registration. 2. Memorandum of Association. 3. Registration of fee for annual list of managing body to be filed. 5. Property of society how vested. 6. Suits by and against society. 7. Suits not to abate. 8. Enforcement of judgment against society. 9. Recovery of penalty occurring under bylaws. 10. Members liable to be used as strangers. 11. Members guilty of offence punishable as strangers. 12. Societies unable to alter, extend and breach their purposes. 13. Provisions for dissolution of societies and adjustment of their affairs. 14. Upon a dissolution, no member to receive profit. 15. Member defined. 16. Governing body defined. 17. Registration of society framed before Act. 18. Such society to file memorandum etc. with registrar of joint stock companies. 19. Inspection of documents. 20. To what Society Act applies. Society Registration Act of 1860. The Trade Union Act 1926 modified as on 29th November 2018. Arrangement of Section. Chapter 1 Preliminary. Sections 1. So title, extent and commencement. 2. Definition. Chapter 2 Registration of Trade Unions. 3. Appointment of registrars. 4. Mode of registration. 5. Application for registration. 6. Provisions to be contained in the rules of trade union. 7. Power to call for further particulars and requirements, alteration of name. 8. Registration. 9. Certificate of registration. 10. Cancellation of registration. 11. Appeal. 12. Registered office. 13. Incorporation of registered trade unions. 14. Certain acts not to apply to registered trade unions. Chapter 3 Right and liabilities for registered trade unions. 15. Objects on which general funds may be spent. 16. Constitution of a separate fund for political purpose. 17. Criminal conspiracy in trade disputes. 18. Immunity from civil suit in certain cases. 19. Enforceability of agreements. 20. Right to inspect books of trade union. 21. Rights of minor to membership of trade unions. 21A. Disqualification of office bearer of trade unions. 22. Proportion of office bearer to be connected with the industry. 23. Change of name. 24. Amalgamation of trade unions. 25. Notice of change and a change of name of amalgamation. 26. Effort of change of name and of amalgamation. 27. Dissolution. 28. Returns. Chapter 4 Regulations. 29. Power to make regulations. 30. Publication of regulation. Chapter 5 Penalties and procedure. 31. Failure to submit returns. 32. Supply false information regarding trade unions. 33. Cognizance of offences. The Trade Union Act 1926. The Representation of the People Act 1958, arrangements of sections, part 1 preliminary, sections 1 so title 2 interpretation, part 2 qualification and disqualification, chapter 1 qualification for membership of parliament, 3 qualification for membership of the Council of States, 4 qualification for membership of the House of the People, chapter 2 qualifications for membership of state legislatures, 5 qualification for membership of a legislative assembly, 5A qualifications for membership of a legislative assembly of Sikkim, 6 qualification for membership of a legislative council, chapter 3 disqualification for membership of parliament and state legislatures, 7 definitions, 8 disqualification on conviction for certain offences, 8A disqualification on ground of corrupt practices, 9 disqualification for dismissal of corruption or disloyalty, 9A disqualification for government contracts etc., 10 disqualification for office under government company, 10A disqualification for failure to lodge account of election expenses, 11 removal of reduction of period of disqualification, chapter 4 disqualification for voting, 11A disqualification arising out of conviction and corrupt practices, 11B removal of disqualification, part 3 and notification of general elections, 12 notification for biennial election to the Council of State, 12A notification for election to fill the seat allotted to State of Sikkim in the Council of States, 14 notification for general election to the House of People, Representation of People Act 1951 Part 2 Acts of Parliament, 14A notification for electing the representative of the state of Sikkim to the existing House of the People, 15 notification for general election to a state legislative assembly, 15A notification for certain elections to legislative councils, 16 notification for biennial election to a state legislative council, part 4 administrative machinery for the conduct of elections, 19 definition, 19A delegation of functions of election commission, 20 general duties of chief electoral officers, 20A general duties of district election officer, 20B observers, 21 returning officers, 22 assistant returning officers, 23 returning officer to include assistant returning officers performing the functions of the returning officers, 24 general duty of the returning officer, 25 provisions of polling stations for constituencies, 26 appointment of presiding officers for polling stations, 27 general duty of the presiding officers, 28 duties of polling officers, 28A returning officer, presiding officers etc. deemed to be deputation of election commission, 29 special provision in case of certain elections Part 4A, registration of political parties. 29A, registration with the Commission of Association and Bodies of Political Parties. 29B, political parties entitled to accept contribution. 29C, declaration of donation receivable by the political parties. Part 5, conduct of election. Part 1, nomination of candidates. 30, appointment of dates for nomination, etc. 32, public notice of election. 31, public notice of election. 32, nomination of candidates for election. 33, presentation of nomination paper and requirement for valid nomination. 33A, right to information. 33B, candidate to furnish information only under act and the rules. 33C, right to information. 33D, candidate to furnish information only under act and the rules. 34, deposits. 35, notice of nomination and the time and place of their scrutiny. 36, scrutiny of nominations. 37, withdrawal of candidature. 38, publication of list of contesting candidates. 39, nomination of candidates at other elections. 39A, allocation of equitable sharing of time. Chapter 2, candidates and their agents. 40, election agents. 41, disqualification for being an election agent. 42, revocation of the appointment or death of election agent. 43, 44, repealed. 45, functions of election agents. 46, appointment of polling agents. 47, appointment of counting agents. 48, revocation of the appointment or death of polling agent or counting agent. 49, functions of polling agents and counting agents. 50, attendance of a contesting candidates or his election agent at polling stations and performance by him of the functions of polling agent and counting agent. 51, non-attendance of polling of counting agents. Chapter 3, general procedure of elections. 53, death of candidate of recognized political party before poll. 53, procedure in contested and uncontested elections. 54, repeal. 55, eligibility of members of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe to hold seats not reserved for those caste or tribes. 55A, repeal. Chapter 4, the poll. 56, fixing time for poll. 57, adjournment of poll in emergencies. 58, fresh poll in case of destruction, etc. of ballot boxes. 58A, adjournment of poll or counter mending of election on the ground of booth capturing. 59, manner of voting at elections. 60, special procedure for voting by certain class of persons. 61, special procedure for preventing personation of election. 61A, voting machines at election. 62, right to vote. 63, repealed. Chapter 5, counting votes. 64, counting of votes. 64A, description, laws, etc. of ballot papers at time of counting. 65, equality of votes. 66, declaration of results. 67, report of the results. 67A, date of election candidate. Chapter 6, multiple election. 68, vacation of seats when elected to both House of Parliament. 69. Vacancies of seat by person already member of one house of elections to other house of parliament. Representation of People Act 1951, Part 2, Acts of Parliament, Sections 70. Election to more than one seat in their House of Parliament or in House of either House of the Legislature of State, Chapter 7, Publication of Election Results and Nomination, 71. Publication of results of election to the Council of State and names of person nominated by the President, 72. Repealed, 73. Publication of results of general election to the House of People and the State Legislative Assemblies, 73. Special provisions as to certain elections, 74. Publication of results of election to the State Legislation Council and name of persons nominated to such councils, Chapter 72. Declaration of assets and liabilities, 75. A. Declaration of assets and liabilities, Chapter 8. Election expenses, 76. Application of Chapter 77. Account of election expenses and maximum thereof, 78. Lodge of account with the direction district election officer, Part 5A. Free supply of certain materials to candidates of recognized political parties, 78A. Free supply of copies of electoral roll, 78B. Supply of certain items to candidates, etc. Part 6. Disputes regarding elections, Chapter 1. Interpretation, 79. Definition, Chapter 2. Presentation of election petition to Election Commission, 80. Election petitions, 80A. High Court to try election petition, 81. Presentation of petitions, 82. Petitions to the petition, parties to the petition, 83. Contents of petition, 84. Relief that may be claimed by the petitioner, 85. Repeal, Chapter 3. Trial of election petition, 86. Trial of election petition, 87. Procedure before the High Court, 88 to 92. Repeal, 93. Documentary evidence, 94. Secrecy of voting not to be infringed, 95. Answering of criminating questions and certificate of indemnity, 96. Expenses of witnesses, 97. Recrimination when seat claimed, 98. Decision of High Court, 99. Other order to be made by High Court, 100. Grounds of declaring election to be void, 101. Grounds for which candidate other than return candidate may be declared to have been elected, 102. Procedure in case of an equality of votes, 103. Communication of orders of the High Court, 104. Repealed, 105. Repealed, 106. Transmission of order to the appropriate authority, etc. and its publication, 107. Effect of orders of High Court, Chapter 4. Withdrawal and abatement of election petition, 108. Repeal, 109. Withdrawal of election petitions, 110. Procedure for withdrawal of election petition, 111. Report of withdrawal by High Court of the Election Commission, 112. Abatement of election petition, 116. Abatement or substitution on death of reports, Chapter 4A. Appeals, 116A appeals to Supreme Court. 116B stay of operation of order of High Court. 116C procedure in appeals. Chapter 5 cost and security for cost. 117 security for cost. 118 security for cost from a respondent. 119 cost. 121 payment of cost out of security deposit and return of such deposits. 122 execution of orders as to cost. Chapter 7 corrupt practices and electoral offences. Chapter 1 corrupt practices. 123 corrupt practices. Chapter 3 electoral offences. 125 promoting enmity between classes in connection with election. 125 a penalty for filing false affidavit, etc. 126 prohibition of public meeting during period of 48 hours ending with hours fixed for conclusion of poll. 126 prohibition of public meeting during the period of 48 hours ending with hours fixed for conclusion of poll. 128b offences by companies. Representation of People Act 1951 Part 2 Acts of Parliament Section 127 Disturbance at election meeting. 127A restriction on the printing of pamphlet, posters, etc. 128 maintenance of secrecy of voting. 129 officers, etc. at election not to act for candidates or to influence voting. 130 prohibition of canvassing in or near polling stations. 131 penalty for disorderly conduct in or near polling stations. 132 penalty for misconduct at the polling station. 132A penalty for failure to observe procedure for voting. 133 penalty for illegal hiring or procuring of conveyances at election. 134 breaches of official duties in connection with election. 134 penalty for government servant for acting as election agent, polling agent or counting agent. 134b prohibition of going armed to or near to polling station. 135 removal of ballot papers from polling station to be offense to be an offense. 135A offense of booth capturing. 135B grant of paid holiday to employees on the day of poll. 135C liquor not to be sold, given or distributed on polling day. 136 other offences and penalties thereof. 137 138 repealed. Part 8 disqualification. Chapter 1 disqualification for membership. 39 140A repealed. Chapter 2 disqualification for voting. 141 144 repealed. Chapter 3 other disqualification. 145 repealed. Chapter 4 power of election commission in connection with inquiries as to disqualification of members. 146 powers of election commission. 146A statements made by persons to the election commission. 146B procedure to be followed by election commission. 146C protection of action taken in good faith. Part 9 by elections. 147 casual vacancies in the Council of State. 148 repealed. Representation of People Act 1951 Part 2 Acts of Parliament Section 149 casual vacancy in House of the People, 150 casual vacancy in the state legislative assemblies, 151 casual vacancy in state legislative council, 151A time limit of filing vacancy referred to in section 147, 149, 150 and 151. Part 10 miscellaneous. 152 list of members of the state legislative assemblies and electoral college to be maintained by returning officers concerned. 153 extension of time for completion of election. 154 term of office of members of the Council of States. 155 commencement of the term of office of members of the Council of State. 156 term of office of members of state legislative councils. 157 commencement of the term of office of members of the legislative councils. 158 return of forfeitures of the candidate deposits. 159 staff of certain authorities to be made available for election work. 160 requisitioning of persons, vehicles etc. for election purpose. 161 payment of composition. 162 power to obtain information. 163 power of entry into the inspection of premises etc. 164 eviction from requisitioned permission premises. 165 release of premises from requisition. 166 delegation of functions of the state government with regard to requisitioning. 167 penalty for contravention of any order regarding requisitioning. 168 repeal part 11 general. 169 power to make rules. 170 jurisdiction of civil courts barred. 171 repealed. The Representation of the People Act 1951. Guideline prescribed by the Election Commission of India to exercise of the powers conferred by Article 324 of the Constitution of India and Section 29 of the Representation of People Act 1951. Guideline and application format for registration of political parties under Section 29A of the Representation of People Act 1951. Please read guidelines carefully. Application include annexure should be page number in continuation. The application must be accompanied by the following documents information. 1. Party constitution drawn on following lines. Article 1 name of the party, Article 2 objective of the party, Article 3 membership of the party, Article 4 organs of party organization structure, power of functions of each of these organs, decision making power should reflect democratic spirit, no veto power, method of appointment and terms of members each of these organs. Not more than 1/3 members can be nominated. Tenure should be fixed, not exceed 5 years. periodic election within 5 years maximum. Article 5, office bearers of the party. Power and functions of each of these office bearers. Decision making power should be reflect democratic spirit, no veto power. Method of appointment and terms of each of these office bearers should be elected. Not more than one third can be nominated. Fixed tenure not be exceed 5 years, and for everyone periodic election within 5 year maximum. Article 6, rules of dispute resolution and discipline. Article 7, basics of rules of conduct of business, decision making process, meeting quorum, notice and decision making, etc. Details can be annexed separately. Article 8, party funds and accounts. Party funds to be utilized for political activities, accounts to be maintained on accrual system, to be annually audited by auditor on the panel of CAG. Audited annual account to be submitted to the ECI within 6 months of the end of the financial year. Details can be annexed separately. Article 9, party constitution amendment procedure. Article 10, manager split and dissolution procedure. Article 11, mandatory provisions under section 29(5) of RP Act 1951. To a checklist with clear answer against each item remain may be with applicant. Annexure 2, the relevant page number application where the details of particular item checklist can be verified must be identified by you. 3, a demand draft of 10,000 rupees only on account of processing fee drawn in favor of Under Secretary, Election Commission of India, New Delhi. It may be need to be processing fee is non-refundable. Checklist annexed 1. Pro forma of application for registration as a political party under section 29 of the Representation of People Act 1951. Particulars required. Section 4 of section 29 of the Representation of People Act 1951. 1. The name of the association or body. B. The state in which it had office in is situated. C. The address to which letters and other communication meant for it should be sent. D. The name of its president, secretary, treasurer and other office bearers. E. The numerical strength of its members, and if there are categories of its members, the numerical strength of each category. F. Whether it has only local units, if so what at what levels. G. Whether it is represented by any members or members in either House of Parliament or of any state legislature. If so, the number of such members or members at date of formation of the association or body. 2. Additional particulars required under para 2 of the registration of political party, furnishing of additional particulars, order 1992. The principle on which the association or body is based. B. The policies aimed and objective in pursuance of seeking and purpose, its program, the name of the main organs, the relationship of association or body. Duly completed checklist along with required documents either enclosed herewith, mobile phone number, email, Specimen of affidavit to be signed by President or General Secretary of the party to be shown before first class magistrate, oath commissioner, notary public. Annexure 1. Pro forma of application for registration as a political party under section 29A of the Representation of People Act 1951. Annexure 2. Checklist to be filed and attached with application for registration or political party under section 29 of the Representation of People Act 1958. Annex 3. Specimen of affidavit to be signed by President or General Secretary of the party to be shown before first class magistrate, oath commissioner, notary public. Annexure 4. Specimen of individual affidavit or RO at least 100 members including all of office bearer of the party to be shown before the first class magistrate, oath commissioner, notary public. Specimen of individual affidavit in RO at least 100 member including all official bearer of the party to be shown before the first class magistrate, oath commissioner, notary public. Annexure 5. Registration of political party under section 29A of the Registration of Peoples Act 1958. Affidavit to be furnished by the office bearer, President, Vice President, General Secretary, Treasurer of the applicant party regarding assets and liabilities to be shown before the class magistrate, oath commissioner, notary public. Annex 6. Registration of political party under section 29 or 9A of the Registration of People Act 1951. Affidavit to be furnished by the office bearer, President, Vice President, General Secretary, Treasurer of the applicant party or party regarding a criminal background to be shown before the first class magistrate, oath commissioner, notary public. So only partial knowledge of theory is applicable in its implementation. If you are reading any one theory, if anyone have any idea or any books written by anyone, any idea given by anyone, any thinking cannot be implemented completely, but constitution and all the laws are mandatory to follow completely, because if you do not follow the act, the constitution and the law, then you will be criminal. So practical knowledge and theory and ideas are only applicable if they are in line with constitution or in line with the act. In this video we have discussed about registration process of different organizations, and we can follow by following all these things we can comply with all requirements, legal requirements, legal registration, legal licenses for running an organization, and we can help other organizations and communities related to our target group, for example Nisad community, for helping them starting any of these organization either free of cost and either by taking minimum charges, and we can start an organization in which we can hire on minimum wages, minimum professional fee, as DLSA has their rate list for each services, and we can hire advocates on monthly basis, and the duty of that unit would be taking cases of particular community or deprived community like Nisad community, and process their cases either free of cost or on minimum rates. So there are two type of cases. One cases are for running any organization, and another cases are those cases they are facing, but there must be organization structure on all 543 parliamentary constitutions, and a head of a particular parliamentary constitutions can recommend of beneficiary name for availing these offered services. Thank you very much for watching this video.